Hi there, I hope you're doing fine. I'm hereby recording this video in form of answering a question that was asked by my fellow friends through my Facebook. There was also two other questions that was emailed to me by some of my honest friends. But this question that came through inbox is the one that I want to tackle first, and then the rest I will probably tackle them in the next chapter of this video. The first question that I've been asked, and I want to honestly answer my friends and my countrymen that are out there wondering if Juba is indeed safe. The question was, Changkuoth, do you honestly believe that Juba is safe and it's a better place for us to return to? And my fellow friends, without wasting time, I have to just say, in short, that Juba is not safe. No, Juba is not safe. It is not a better place for you and I to return at this point in time. There are various ticking point for me to say Juba is not safe. And I know the die-hard supporters of Mr. Salva Kiir and Malonga One might not agree with me, but because of my own intelligence on the ground in Juba, I have few points to say to my friends that have asked me that would indicate that Juba is indeed not safe. One is the current redeployment of the troops from Barghazal into Juba by Malonga One. That is one thing that shows that there is no peace, and Juba regime are planning something in secret. Indeed, in last couple of days, I've got told by one of the die-hard supporter which do understand and know exactly what is happening in Juba. He said that the current deployment of soldiers from Greater Barghazal into Juba is an indication of a war that will come up in the next few weeks or a month. So now let's go to the second point, which indicates that Juba is not safe and it's not ready for peace. The current delayment tactics, including the decreeing of 28 states, which have now delayed the implementation of the CPA-2, is because Juba does not believe in peace yet. They are doing this as a delay tactics to get ready and prepare for an assault on SPLM in opposition territories comes the dry season. You don't have to ask me why and how. We all know there have been various leaders within the Juba regime that have forecasted all that there will be war, including Leroy Kong's statement, including Makwelwe's statements, including the Ring statement. The Ring is the guy that is the leader of, or the secretary, in fact, of the Dinka Council of Elders. He came out clearly in the last couple of days and he said that he doesn't want to see Juba, Dr. Riek Machar coming to Juba, and if he were to see him in Juba, he'd rather kill himself and commit suicide. In fact, that's an indication of a hardliner who only opts for war instead of peaceful means. In fact, there are a lot of things that tells you and I that Juba is not ready for peace. And therefore my answer is based on the current situation that is engulfing not the entire South Sudan, the Juba and Equatoria region. You could have heard and see or read and wherever you might find the information. The greater Equatoria is under bombardment by the regime government. Is that indication of safety and peace? It's a no. The other thing is, the constitution, which was supposed to be drafted, debated and agreed upon by the two parties, or the warring parties, in fact, has not even taken place. In fact, Juba regime now is playing hide and seek regarding to this constitution, because they don't want to do it, because they know once it's done, they are caught and nowhere to go. The constitution that they are using as a propaganda will no longer be in place. Therefore, without a constitution, is Juba going to be a safe place for you and I? It's no. The other last thing that I have to tell you, my friends and my followers on social media, is the fact that the arrogance and the stubbornness of Juba regime, it's second to none. You don't need, spiritual guidance for you to see exactly what is going on in Juba or with Juba regime. Someone whom you know in Juba would tell you. Talk to everyone. Don't sideline them. Like myself, I talk to all of them. And I know from right, with sulfur, down to all the militaries that they command, they believe that there is no peace. And it is our great leader, Dr. Riek Machar, who is fighting daily now for peace to return to South Sudan. And for me, if we were to advise each other and listen to each other's advice, any of you who is daring or who is dying to go back to Juba, please relax. You better stay in IDP if you are in IDP, not because it is the best place, but it is the only safest place for you. You have endured the past 2 years. Just wait there, and there will be a time when we will be safe again. If you are in refugee camps or in anywhere that you have been displaced by this war, believe, in what I'm saying, that Juba is not safe for you and I. Neither is it safe for the current people of Equatoria that are being bombarded day and night. You better be, where you are at the moment, even though the conditions are, not really good for you. I do understand and I feel for you. But I would rather see you surviving in refugees camps and in our beloved, friendly, regional countries. I would rather see you smile there and your kids playing without a bullet in their head than you going back to Juba and the next thing is, your kids or yourself being run over by the war tanks. Once again, we'll be in touch. I believe for those who have inboxed me their questions, I will answer some of them in my next video. This is the first video in answering some of the questions. Take it from me, my friends, I have a big connection or a direct connections with our people on the ground in the SPLM in opposition area and those in Juba. My answer for all your questions regarding to safety in Juba is a no. We are not safe in Juba. I cannot lie to myself and neither could I lie to you. I myself would never board a flight to Juba until when I see Dr. Riek Machar and all the party leaders, settling in Juba without, problem. And thereafter, we can see if Juba is really indeed safe. Take care of yourself wherever God has taken you to, and please, we will meet in God willing. This is Changkuothnyatungong, Gatnyamiraan. Bye-bye for now.